He shoved her. That was his first mistake. His second? Trusting the college system, because I worked in admin, and I knew exactly how to erase a future without leaving fingerprints. He never saw it coming, and when the system turned on him, he vanished. If you've ever wished karma moved faster, hit that like button. Subscribe for more true tales of justice done right. And drop a comment below. Have you ever seen someone get exactly what they deserved? Because this is one of those stories. This was back in the early 2000s, before Wi-Fi was everywhere, before Google ruled the world. I was just another broke community college student working a part-time gig in the admin office and sharing a one-bedroom apartment with my girlfriend Lucy. We were surviving on top ramen, caffeine, and mutual dreams of escaping small-town life. Lucy had this bright, magnetic personality. People loved her. So it was no surprise when she came home one day and said, "Hey, I invited a friend over from class for game night. You like her?" That night was electric, laughing over Monopoly, trading inside jokes, and losing track of time. The girl Lucy invited? Sarah. Turned out, I actually knew her from high school. We weren't exactly friends back then, more like friendly classmates. But reconnecting felt easy. From that night on, Sarah became a regular in our little circle, board games, dinners, weekend movie marathons. She blended in like she'd always been part of the group. But there was one part of her life that never quite fit in, her boyfriend. Let's call him Jay. Jay was strange. He showed up maybe twice, always quiet, always watching like he was evaluating everyone. Never laughed, barely spoke. You could feel the tension thickening the room every time he was there. It got to the point where we were relieved when he declined invites. Nobody missed him, not even Sarah, I suspect. Then came the night that everything changed. It was late, nearly midnight, when Lucy's phone rang. I heard her voice shift instantly, gentle, concerned. "It's Sarah," she whispered, already grabbing her keys. "She's crying." 10 minutes later, Sarah was curled up on our couch, her hands trembling, eyes red. Jay had accused her of cheating. With me, with Lucy, or maybe both. His rage didn't care about logic. He screamed at her, called her names I won't repeat. And when she tried to walk away, he shoved her. She tripped, landed hard. A coffee table broke her fall and left a massive bruise across her lower back. She showed Lucy. I didn't see it, but the look on Lucy's face told me all I needed to know. Now, let me be honest. I'm not a violent guy. Never been in a fight. I'm the type who walks away, lets things go. But that night, my hand was shaking, my jaw locked tight. I wanted to find Jay and teach him what fear felt like. But fists heal, bones mend. I wanted something worse, something permanent. That's when I remember my job. I was a student employee in the administration building, had access to everyone's class schedules, student IDs, enrollment data. At the time, online registration wasn't a thing yet. You had to use special enrollment phones on campus or go through admin staff. The drop/add deadline was only a few days away. The last day a student could change their schedule without serious consequences. Jay was a foreign student. That meant something critical. If he wasn't enrolled in a full course load, he could lose his visa. No classes, no stay. My hands were sweating as I sat down at the desk that Friday morning. I logged into the system using my staff credentials, pulled up Jay's student ID, and stared at his schedule. 5 classes. I dropped them all, but I didn't stop there. Oh no, that would have been too easy. I went through and added every class I could find that carried a hefty course fee. Lab science? Enrolled. Advanced ceramics? Enrolled. That strange fencing elective? You better believe he was in it. Anything with an extra fee got slapped onto his account. By the time I hung up the phone, Jay's academic future was a chaos cocktail of dropped credits, surprise debts, and a course schedule so bizarre no advisor would believe it was real. And I told no one. The only person I trusted was Lucy, and even she didn't know what I'd done. We never brought it up. But the next Tuesday, Sarah came home smiling for the first time in weeks. "You won't believe what happened," she said. Jay showed up to English class, but someone else was in his seat. Apparently, the class had been overbooked and had a wait list. So when Jay's name wasn't on the roll, because he wasn't enrolled anymore, the professor didn't even blink. Jay argued, loudly, desperately, but the teacher had the official roster. and Jay's name wasn't there. He stormed out. Sarah never saw him again. After Lucy and I broke up months later, I didn't see much of Sarah anymore. But one day, I was sitting at terminal in the admin office, and curiosity got the better of me. I pulled up Jay's record. Those weird elective classes with fees? Gone. His original classes? Still dropped. There were no new classes listed. Nothing. It was like he disappeared. Maybe he transferred. Maybe he flew back home. Maybe the school flagged him. I'll never know. But I do know this. Sarah was safe. In Jay's control over her, his place in her life evaporated. Some days, I wonder if I went too far. But then I remember her shaking hands. The bruise. Her crying voice through Lucy's phone. No, he deserved worse. Revenge doesn't always come with fists. Sometimes the most satisfying justice is clean, silent, untraceable. It's not about anger. It's about balance. About making sure people like Jake don't get to keep winning. If you made it this far, thank you for witnessing this quiet act of justice. Hit that like button if this story hit a nerve. Subscribe for more true stories where karma finally catches up. And tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were in my shoes? Because sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones with access to the system.